What is the best way to get the best deal on a new construction home? Hey, welcome back. This is part 2 of my video series on how to get a great deal on a new construction home. And if you missed last week's, it's talking about if you want to build from scratch, build a home from ground up with a production builder. You can click here to watch that video. If you want to buy a new home and you don't care whether you build or not, really the best way to get a good deal on a new home is by purchasing an inventory home. It's also known as a quick move-in or a spec home. So today I'm going to share my best secret but simple, maybe not easy tip to getting the best deal on a new construction home. Hi, my name is Dana Pollard and I've lived in Texas since I was 4 years old. We got here as fast as we could and I've been selling real estate my whole adult life. So I started in property management, then purchased my own investment properties. Then I was a new home sales counselor for a builder here in Texas. And now I've been a licensed real estate agent for 12 years now. I'm starting to get old. And helping people like you purchase both resale homes as well as new construction. So again, in this video, I'm going to share the secret tip that anybody really can do on getting the best deal on an inventory new construction home. And I'm not gonna say like and subscribe to my YouTube channel because if you're like me, that's kind of a given. But what I do want to ask of you is if you were thinking about buying a new home or a resale home, any kind of real estate in Texas, would you click the link in the description below and fill out my dream home questionnaire? Whether you're looking to move now or you're out, we are so happy to help. And that's how you can give back to me for creating these videos that help support these videos. So thank you so very much. So when I was selling new homes, the managers or builders, they would give us sales counselors what's called discretionary money because the builders knew that people would try to negotiate the purchase down on a new completed inventory home. And so they gave us discretionary money to work with. So we always knew, hey, I have this wiggle room, okay? But how do you as a consumer know how much the discretionary money is? Because the sales counselor is just gonna say, oh, just put in an offer and we'll see where it goes. Now, some builders may not have discretionary money. However, they may have an idea, especially if they've worked with this builder for a while. Now, negotiating a new construction inventory home can be a little tricky because builders, it's all about their margins, right? They're not building homes to give them away. They are looking to make a profit. Maybe they're a publicly traded company and they want to appease the earnings release that is coming up, and they're in business for a reason. It's to make a profit and they have a certain margin to work with. But it's tricky because that can fluctuate day to day, week to week, month to month. And listen, I don't expect you, and I don't even know exactly when the right timing is to purchase an inventory home. But I do have one super simple trick to getting the best deal. So this is it. Instead of offering what you think is a good deal for the home or what you're willing to pay, or instead of being a hard blank about it, if you know what I mean, then let's shift some things. Let's butter up to the sales counselor and get on their good side. Getting on the sales counselor's good side, making them like you is kind of a big deal when it comes to negotiating. So don't walk into the model home and be like, that's not gonna work, okay? Being hard about it. What's going to work is being kind and considerate and having fun with them and getting them to like you. Then when the timing is right and you'll feel it, just simply ask the sales counselor, so do you have any wiggle room on the purchase price of this home? And they'll say, no, you know, who knows what they're gonna say. They say, I may have a little bit. And you're like, oh, okay. then what you want to do is, again, continue being courteous. And then after a little bit more time, say, hey, what do you think is the lowest the builder will accept on this home? And then zip your lips. Don't speak. Let the sales counselor talk. Because in negotiating, it's called a pregnant pause. Whoever speaks first loses. So when you ask, hey, what do you think the lowest is that the seller will accept for this home? Zip your lips, don't say a thing, let the sales counselor talk first, no matter what he says. And if he says, well, you know, I don't really know, you're just gonna have to submit an offer, don't push it. Say, oh, okay, continue on, talk about the home. Become friends. Then again later, ask again. Again, don't throw your number of what you think it's worth or what you think you could get, because you may be surprised. Instead, so later on, say, so Mr. Sales Counselor, has anyone else put in an offer that the builder did not accept? Rephrase the same question. You're digging for gold. Let the sales counselor speak. Be quiet. Let him talk. And if he feels comfortable, or she, then eventually, if they feel comfortable, they're going to spill the beans. Guys, this happened just this week. 2 times we got a fantastic deal on an inventory home because my buyers were willing to offer X amount. And I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna offer that amount. Let's see if we can get him to spill the beans. And he did. And we got a really good deal on this new home. And Melissa Horton, she's on my team as well. She understands this trick, and listen to her story. Tell me about getting a good deal on a new home.
Well, everything depends on who you work with and the relationship that they build with the builder, with the salesperson in the community. I had buyers that I was looking with last week, and they contacted me a couple of weeks before. So I had some time to build a relationship with the salesperson in the community, called every few days just to check on the house, to check on properties that he also might have that were close to what they were looking for, but maybe not that house in case it sold. Built a great relationship with him. When I took my clients out there, after about 2 weeks of that, he knew me by name, knew them by name because I told him. And the house was listed at a set price. It was almost complete, and he offered it at a little bit of a discount. We kept joking around. I was teasing him about lowering the price more. My clients felt comfortable enough with him to also tease and joke around, and we ended up getting the home for about $35,000 less than he had it originally listed for. My clients were thrilled, and corporate was a little hesitant. He made a phone call to them, and they kind of laughed and said, no, there's no way we're doing that. And he said, listen, she's got a lot of other clients looking in this community, and this might be a great connection for us to have. They agreed to it, and my clients are thrilled. I'm thrilled. The salesperson was thrilled. Again, it all depends on who you work with and how much of a relationship they're willing to build with that salesperson in the community.
Hey, never, and I mean never, give a number to the sales counselor without him giving a number first. Even if you feel like it's higher than what you had expected or what you're willing to pay, then, ask again. Just keep asking the same question until he goes lower and lower. He may give a story of why it's the absolute. Then you can put in an offer, whether it's lower or higher. Sometimes it's higher because you want to secure the contract, but you can put in an offer wherever you feel is best, no matter what number he puts out. But it's always best to get him to spill the beans first. Now, when negotiating a new home, if you have fallen in love with the home and this is the home for your family, then you always want to dig for even more answers. So one of the things you want to talk about is, hey, have you had any other offers in on the home? What's the activity been like as far as showings? Kind of dig for some things, because you don't want to lowball a home so low, this also happened, that another buyer can come in and just swoop the home out from underneath you. So you want to use a little wisdom, a little bit of how important it is this home to you, to your family when negotiating. In other words, you want to weigh the risk. And then if you do put in a lowball offer, then you want to ask the sales counselor, hey, when will the builder give us a response? When are we gonna know if he's gonna accept or counter our offer? If it's a week, at their Monday morning meeting, then you may want to consider your strategy. And if you want help, myself as well as my team, we have been trained extensively on this, but not just trained, we've actually had experience negotiating and getting great deals. So fill out the Dream Home Questionnaire and we are so happy to help. In fact, I always recommend using a real estate agent when purchasing a new home, and because it will benefit you tremendously. Only if they're experienced though. I say that because if they don't know new homes, then it may be pointless. But all that to say, reach out. We are experienced with new homes. And a side note, this is also the best strategy. This is the strategy I use with for sale by owners. I love negotiating with for sale by owners because most of the time they don't know this. So you ask them, hey, what's your lowest amount? Is that your lowest amount? You keep asking questions until they reveal their lowest amount. And then you can still choose to put in an offer wherever you feel comfortable. Now, on a resale home, and that if they have a licensed real estate agent working for them, they are actually required by law not to disclose the lowest amount that the seller is willing to sell the home for. And so that's why it's so important to hire a real estate agent, because by law, we're bound to that. Sales counselors are not licensed real estate agents in the state of Texas to where they can disclose and it's not breaking any laws. Sales counselors represent the builder's best interest and their job's best interest, while licensed real estate agents are required by law and have a fiduciary responsibility to represent your best interest. So when negotiating a new home with the sales counselor, be kind, be courteous, respectful, and fun, and it will be reciprocated. So Dana, tell me the next step. Well, hey, let's meet on Zoom. Whether you are a year out or even need to move this month, the next step is to fill out the Dream Home Questionnaire in the link below. In the Dream Home Questionnaire, you will paint a picture for me of what you want in a dream home and in a community. And after you share your favorite snack with me, you will click the submit button and an email will be sent to you with a link to book a consultation call with me via Zoom. We will get to meet online and you can ask me anything you want about Texas. Then we will narrow down some great areas for you, and when you're ready, I have a team to help you find the perfect home for your family. So go ahead, don't be shy. The link is below in the description. And while you're at it, follow me on Instagram and you can get to know me a little more in a more personal way. I look forward to meeting you.